Hello NBA fans, we're back with an all-new video for JustMyPicks.com, and I'm bringing you the top 5 disappointments in the NBA this season. We're going to start at number 5 and go all the way down to number 1. We're starting at number 5 with the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers waiting for Kobe Bryant to return seems like it's never going to end. When you're looking at the team knew he was not going to be healthy to start the season. They could have made potential trades. They could have made potential moves that were a lot bigger to bring in a free agent or two that has a bigger buzz or anything like that. You look at the Lakers, they have billions of dollars to spend. They don't care about an NBA cap. They don't care about a salary thing like that. So I'm looking at the Lakers as being a disappointment because as the playoff picture out west gets bigger and clearer, you're looking at the potential Dallas Mavericks. You're looking at the potential for the OKC Thunder. You're looking at the potential for the San Antonio Spurs. You're looking at the potential for the Golden State Warriors. You're looking at the Clippers. You're looking at all these wild teams that could potentially take those 6th, 7th, and 8th spot, including the Houston Rockets, that could potentially jump up there to a number 1 seed. You're looking at all these teams out west, and the Lakers are not making any improvements. D'Antoni's system is not working out in LA. Yes, they may win one game on a back-to-back against a random team, but you're looking at teams that are improving out west, and they're doing at a very abundant rate, and the Lakers are not getting any better. When Kobe Bryant comes back, what is that going to do for the Lakers? What? You may score a couple more points. You may have a triple-double or two because Kobe's back. But what is that really going to do? Pau Gasol is still going to be the same Pau Gasol. You're still going to be the same old Kobe Bryant. And what is that really going to do? Nothing at all. So this season is a wasted season for the Los Angeles Lakers. They could have potentially brought somebody in, made a trade, free agency, something. Steve Nash is giving us completely nothing from the Los Angeles Lakers. If you're part of Laker Nation, you have to look at yourself and say, what potentially could we have done except for Steve Nash? What could we potentially have done if we traded Pau Gasol? Something. Get lighter, get younger, get better in some way. You have Nick Young, but he's not really a star. He's not nothing in the NBA to cough at. So that's my number 5 pick. Moving at number 4, you're looking at the Cavs. The Cleveland Cavaliers. I know this sounds like a big disappointment speech, but Mike Brown, they brought him in to help this team win basketball games. Kyrie Irving coming into the season, we thought, oh, he was going to be so dynamic. Oh, he's going to do so many great things. Dan Gilbert bought all these billboards saying the Cavs are going to be better. We're going to win this year. Yeah, Roddy. They drafted the kid, Anthony Bennett, who has so far been one of the biggest busts in the NBA history, shooting less than 30%. The kid missed his first couple of shots. He didn't hit a shot till like his 6th game. So looking at all those things into one, they wasted a first-round draft pick on a kid that is a project. Number 1 overall pick should never be a project. It should be the most prepared person that's potentially that could help your basketball team now. You don't want to draft somebody number 1 overall. He's not a LeBron James. He's not anything. This is one of the key factors in why LeBron may not come back to Cleveland, because this is a shipwreck waiting to fall like the Titanic. You're looking at players, Kyrie Irving getting his nose broken by a player on the Cavaliers, the waiter's kid. You're looking at all these players fighting and bickering, and they're not winning basketball games. They're not getting better either. So this is a wasted season for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Also, they have won the least games since LeBron James has left from Cleveland to Miami. They are the worst team with the least amount of wins in the NBA since that time frame. Every other team has won more games than them. I think it's 70 games in 3 or 4 years. So that's pathetic and that's horrible, considering you play 82 games per season, regular season, not counting playoffs, not counting nothing else. So that's why they're at number 4. Number 3, the Chicago Bulls. What a disappointment having Derrick Rose. I know it's not Derrick Rose's fault that he got hurt again. Injuries happen. But you're looking at the Chicago Bulls and potentially who they could have brought in to help Derrick Rose, so he didn't have to play these long minutes or do things like this. They let guard Nate Robinson go, who is the spark off the bench, who played well without Derrick Rose, potentially could have played well with Derrick Rose. You're looking at Kirk Heinrich. You're saying, okay, he's not anything to cough at. You're looking at Carlos Boozer. Carlos Boozer is a guy that some nights gives you a double-double, some nights disappears. You're looking at Butler. The kid can ball. He does his thing, but he's not a second or third tier all-star. He's just a guy that plays and hustles very well on defense. Joakim Noah is a hustle athlete. He doesn't have the potential to be an athlete that's going to be the leader of your team as far as LeBron James, but he gives you that effort. So looking at their roster, they have crap on their roster. And somebody in that front office should have went and got a free agent, should have got a scorer, should have got something in the offseason. Knowing potentially that D Rose may not have played this season again, you're looking at the Bulls saying, where's their answer going to come from? They are potentially considered to challenge the Indiana Pacers and the Miami Heat as one of the best teams in the East, but they can't because they don't have Derrick Rose. Now they don't have anything, so that's why they're one of the biggest disappointments this year in the NBA, because the return of Derrick Rose was highly anticipated. We saw Derrick Rose come back for a little stretch and then get hurt. Now he's out for the rest of the season. Coming in at number 2, the Brooklyn, they're playing like they still are in New Jersey, but the Brooklyn Nets. You're looking at Jason Kidd being a head coach, a bad hire. You're looking at him spilling ice soda on the floor and getting fined $50,000 for it. You're looking at KG, Paul Pierce, Darren Williams, Joe Johnson, Brook Lopez. You're playing worse than you played last year. You're looking at all that potential that they had before the season started, talking about we run New York and we do this. You're stinking up the joint. You have a Russian billionaire with a B, billionaire, who talks about within 2 or 3 years of owning this team, he's going to win an NBA title. Where the hell is that title coming from? Is he buying it from the Miami Heat? Potentially from the Indiana Pacers? Is he buying it from David Stern? Because it's not coming from on the court. He may be buying a season ticket to the NBA Finals probably. But looking at all this talent that they have on this roster, young and old, there's no excuse for them to struggle as they do. You're looking at them lose games to the Lakers that are down. You're looking at them lose games to teams that have no business being in games with them late. When you celebrate like you won an NBA title against winning against the Toronto Raptors, something's wrong with that. Because you have these 4 and 5 game losing streaks where these teams are coming in, kicking your butt up and down strictly by out hustling you. It's not because they're more talented, not because they have superstars. I'm talking about the bottom feeders that are coming in and kicking your butt each and every game. It's no excuse for that if you're the Brooklyn Nets. And I seriously think they need to fire Jason Kidd because he's not fit to be an NBA head coach. He may be great as an NBA player, has been great as an NBA player, but his coaching doesn't connect with the players, and you can tell. KG doesn't respect what he says almost each and every night, and it tells. From the language that he talks to Jason Kidd with to just the looks that he gives Jason Kidd. You wouldn't get those kind of looks coming from Doc Rivers if he was coaching a team. So I'm looking at the Nets saying you're a disappointment. Coming in at number 1, as we all know, the New York Knicks are horrible. Trash, garbage, hot garbage. Looking at the talent that they had on their roster, I don't care that they got injuries. I don't care. You got Carmelo Anthony. You have J.R. Smith, Kenyon Martin, Tyson Chandler, Amari Stoudemire. You have all this money you've accumulated. You got Bargnani. You got Shumpert. You got all these players. Felton, Raymond Felton. You got all these players. Mike Woodson. What can you do? You better trade some of those guys that's making millions of dollars for better athletes. If you have a chance to go get a Rajon Rondo, you better try to get it now. Do anything you can to save your season, because I guarantee you Rondo is going to be a better point guard than anything you have, even with a hurt leg, even with a torn up knee. He's still better than any point guard you got on that team. Looking at Tyson Chandler, his loss earlier in the season with a broken leg, that really hurt this basketball team, but you have to look at some of the things that other players can play defense too. I don't care that Tyson Chandler's not there. You have a defensive specialist in Kenyon Martin who's halfway hurt, halfway playing well at times, but the defense from Carmelo Anthony is non-existent. That is a big thing. When other players see your star not playing defense, they tend not to play defense. They tend to take plays off. And that's one of the biggest things separating Carmelo Anthony from a LeBron James, from a Kobe Bryant, from Dwayne Wade, from a superstar, because he refuses to play defense. Heck, Kevin Durant don't even play defense, but he tries half the time. So that should let you know that even superstars are held to a higher standard. And until Carmelo Anthony takes that seriously, and until he does that, he'll never be a winner. Yeah, you can win NBA games, but will you ever win a championship? Will you ever consistently make it to the Eastern Conference Finals? Or would you ever, if you go back out west, make it to the Western Conference Finals? Those are some of the things I'm pissed off at, because all 5 of these teams had potential to be great when the season started. They had potential to make moves in their offseason that was going to better them and to get them in a better place to make the NBA playoffs. But they chose to make half moves. They chose to not really go out and get their potential. If you're the Knicks, I'll be doing everything in my power to keep Carmelo Anthony. Trade Amari Stoudemire. I don't care. We give him away for a box of Twinkies. Just to get something better than what you're getting from Amari Stoudemire. Get that money off that payroll. So if you're the Knicks, you need to do all you can to continue to try to keep Carmelo Anthony there, because all signs lead to a players only meeting where Carmelo Anthony slamming TVs, slamming tables, slamming chairs, cussing people out. There's no place for that in the NBA. And this is my rant video on the top 5 teams that's been the most disappointment for the NBA season. Check me out at justmypicks.com. You can also follow me on Twitter at justmypicks.tv. Check me out on YouTube, YouTube.com/justmypicks.tv. Also remember, subscribe. Leave your comments on this little rant video I did below, whether they're good, bad, whether they're ugly. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you very much for subscribing. Please check us out next week.